Oh hey, it's Barry, and of course, so many people have formed connections playing on their old PSP, PlayStation consoles on a portable. It was so lit back in the day. You could swap out your games in 2 seconds flat. The battery goes dead, you swap it out, you got a whole new console to play all over again. It was pretty exciting times back in the PlayStation portable time. Of course, afterwards they came out with the PSP Vita. They didn't really support that console as much as they probably should have. It came and went. They didn't innovate too much. Well, it was a huge innovation. The system itself was amazing, but updates and third-party support wasn't where it needed to be. And of course, they didn't bring out so many innovative games for this console, but it does have a few that was perfect. One of my favorite parts about the original PSP is that you could swap out the front plate, the back plates. You could really customize that console and make it custom to how you want it to look. But that's enough rambling for right now. I'm actually talking about the PlayStation Portable this video because we got 5 reasons why the PlayStation Portable should make a huge comeback. We really want Sony to bring this console back because it was a beautiful period of time. It was a beautiful display with gameplay. We got original perfect games for the PSP that are still being remastered and remade to this day, and it's just a huge monument. I really think Sony should come through for us, make a whole new console. But before we get into it, I'd really appreciate it if you could just smash that like button, hit that subscribe bell, as I make gaming content and I really appreciate any engagement you give the video. It really helps me out. Now without further ado, let's get right into it. So of course, starting off at number 5, I'm not gonna lie with you guys, number 5 is just one I made up just to make it a top 5, making it a top 4 video. Doesn't really seem that legit to me. But of course, at number 5, you'd be able to expand the PlayStation Portal. The PlayStation Portal is kind of a one-trick pony right now, but it doesn't really have to be. Rumors swirled for a while that before the release of the PlayStation Portal, with some even suggesting that it could be a new PSP. In hindsight, we know now that's not the case. The Portal was just a PS5 controller with a built-in screen, allowing it to mirror the display from your PS5 via Wi-Fi. Beyond that, it doesn't really do anything else, and it doesn't have to be that way. Sony could have released a new portable console with the same streaming capabilities as the PlayStation Portal while actually functioning as a standalone console. It would have been super unique in the current gaming landscape and an interesting way to capitalize on the hybrid nature of Nintendo Switch without actually making it a hybrid console. A handheld PlayStation with streaming capabilities would have been a genuinely appealing concept, and it's not too late for that to happen. Sony could still create such a device, but only time will tell if they have any real interest in re-entering the handheld gaming market. And of course, there were leaks and rumors that they are planning to get back into the handheld gaming space. However, the timing is yet to be released, and of course, we will know with time to tell. But moving into the meat and potatoes of this video, because it really starts at number 4, so let's get right into it. So, of course, the best-selling console currently on the market is the Nintendo Switch, which itself is a portable console. While that is reason enough for Sony to take a second look at making a handheld, the only reason lies with what exactly the Nintendo Switch is. It's a hybrid. The Nintendo Switch can be played either entirely handheld or connected to a TV. While this is an impressive feat that did seem almost magical when the console was first released back in 2017, it also lacks something the Nintendo Game Boy and DS lineup had in spades: a genuine portability. Fitting a Nintendo Switch in your pocket is far more challenging than sliding a Game Boy Advance or a PSP. It would be unwise for Sony to reduce the power of their premier PlayStation lineup to fit it into a hybrid portable device such like the Switch. However, there is a wide open market for an exclusive handheld gaming device with genuine portability. The only thing remotely similar to that currently on the market would be smartphones, but gaming to the level of that a PSP used to offer on a smartphone nearly always requires an attachable controller like a backbone or even a PS4 or PS5 control, but with a pocketable handheld console, Sony could revitalize a nearly extinct form of console in the gaming market, as all the ROG Ally and the Steam Deck and all of these consoles are portable, but they are not really as portable as a PSP. It doesn't really fit in your pocket that easily. You gotta have some big ass pockets, and there is a lot of opportunity to be had with this, as Sony have an exclusive console on the market that could play first party AAA PlayStation games will change the bar, as they could really make the UI and interface really exclusive and super good compared to other finicky options. And there's just genuinely a whole lot of opportunity to be had in that market for Sony. They dominate in the console space right now, but having a portable on the market as well could change the bar once it doesn't hamper the main experience of the PS5. And with that, we're going to be moving on to number 3. Of course, if there's any particular area where the Nintendo Switch really lacks, it's the UI and the multimedia experience. Doing anything beyond gaming on a Nintendo Switch is just basically a nightmare. But this is an area where Sony has previously excelled. The PSP and the PS Vita both had stellar multimedia experiences. You could watch DVDs on there, Blu-rays on the little discs, and of course, there's a lot of potential for how they could modernize these features. While smartphones has become the default all-in-one device in your pocket, there are still some areas where portable gaming consoles could be better. There's no secret that almost everyone wants a native Discord support, and a handheld PlayStation could go a step further and include a full Discord app alongside, and that would be a huge opportunity for Sony. And that's just one potential piece of multimedia support on a new handheld PlayStation and what it could offer. While internet browsing and playing UMDs of some of your favorite movies was pretty cool in the past, there's still plenty of ways Sony could modernize the multimedia experiences for a handheld console and also bring some media apps and features and stuff from the PlayStation 5 over to the portable console, and that does seem like a sweet idea. I think Sony should go for it. But of course, moving on to number 2. Before we get into it though, I'd really appreciate if you could just smash a like button, hit that subscribe bell, as it really does help out the channel. And number 2 awaits. So we all know that video games take a long time to develop nowadays, and they're very expensive to make. It's not uncommon to wait 5 or even 10 years between games in a series. The idea of getting 4 new Grand Theft Auto games in a decade sounds completely foreign and ridiculous to us right now, but it was a reality in the past. These long waits have also come to the PlayStation console exclusive titles. I think that this will be easing the long wait between big and first party releases, as Marvel's Spider-Man and God of War both came out in 2018 and neither saw a full sequel release until 2023 or 2022 respectively. So what does this have to do with a new handheld PlayStation, you ask? In the past, plenty of first-party IPs made their way to PSP and the PlayStation Vita. God of War in particular has a rich history on the PSP. Imagine if instead of having to wait 5 years for a new first-party title to release, with only some DLC and possibly a spin-off game in between, there was a more dialed back mobile take on the franchise released for a handheld PlayStation. With what PlayStation handheld consoles could be capable of today, they wouldn't be nearly as limited as the mobile's take on popular franchises previously seen on handheld consoles like the PSP and the DS. With games taking longer and longer to develop, it could make sense for Sony to create a platform to house more modest offerings from their biggest franchises, and that would give us more time to play games. Well, more games to play, honestly, because it's been super barren with the games. We're not getting any huge third-party releases from Sony this year. They said it's coming out March 2025, so seems pretty shitty to be a PlayStation owner right now. But of course, getting into number 1. Oh, number one, baby. What is it? What is it? Number one. What is it? What is it? And of course, gotta unleash the back catalog. As nearly 30 years old, the PlayStation line has been around for quite a while, resulting in a significant back catalog of PlayStation games. Unfortunately, without the original hardware, some of those games are very difficult to play or hard as hell to actually get emulated. Given the current state of the technology, it's not far-fetched to say that just about everything through the PS3 could be playable on the new PlayStation handheld, including PSP and PS Vita titles. However, Sony doesn't have a great track record with backward compatibility in the recent years, with PS3 games still only available for streaming through PlayStation Plus subscription. Imagine if, instead of streaming, Sony's offered subscription-based access to classic PlayStation titles on a brand new handheld console, similar to what Nintendo offers with Nintendo Switch Online. For a particularly bold move, Sony could even create a new handheld that can read UMD or PS Vita cartridges, which is super crazy to me. I think they should just go ahead with some digital storage. But that is what Sony could do, and that is top 5 reasons why we need a PlayStation Sony portable handheld right now. Actually, I need one just because I feel like playing some Assassin's Creed on it. Assassin's Creed on the PSP was infinitely better than what we have right now. But of course, let me know what you think about all of this down in the comments below. It's been Barry Games. I really appreciate you even being here and chilling with me for like 12 minutes. But yeah, have a great day. And of course, I forgot what I was gonna say. Okay, bye.